Welcome back, family, to another episode of the Melanin Wellness Podcast as we continue our Medicine in Black, a history of our ancestral healing practices series. I'm your host, Corey, and today we're diving into the powerful benefits of peppermint leaf, one of the most well-known and widely used medicinal plants. Peppermint has been a trusted remedy for centuries, known for its ability to ease bloating, gas, and indigestion. But our ancestors used it for so much more, from soothing menstrual cramps to clearing congestion and even treating respiratory infections with it. Peppermint tea was a staple in many healing traditions. But there's another layer to the peppermint story, one of cultural exchange, survival, and resistance. Enslaved Africans and African Americans learned about many local medicinal plants from the indigenous healers, whose deep knowledge of plant medicine shaped the way many healing traditions evolved. Today, we're going to explore how peppermint played a role in these shared traditions and how the wisdom of both African and indigenous healers continues to impact us today. Peppermint is a hybrid of watermint and spearmint, and it has been used medicinally for thousands of years. It contains menthol, which gives it that cooling sensation and is responsible for many of its healing properties. Now, for stomach issues, peppermint is a natural antispasmodic, meaning it relaxes the muscles of the digestive tract, reducing bloating, cramping, as well as gas. It also has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, making it effective for respiratory health. That's why peppermint tea was often used for congestion, coughs, and even headaches. For enslaved Africans and African Americans, peppermint was more than just a digestive aid, though. It was a trusted remedy for many, many ailments, one that could be grown, foraged, and prepared with ease. One of the most incredible aspects of Black healing traditions is how they were shaped by both African knowledge and indigenous plant medicine. When enslaved Africans arrived in North America, they encountered an unfamiliar landscape, but they weren't alone. Many indigenous tribes had been using local plants for healing for centuries, and some of this knowledge was shared with enslaved Africans. Native healers used peppermints to treat colds, fevers, and digestive issues, practices that enslaved people soon incorporated into their own healing traditions. But the connection between African and indigenous communities ran deeper than just medicine. Some Native Americans were enslaved alongside Africans, while others provided shelter and refuge for those escaping slavery. In these spaces of survival and solidarity, knowledge was exchanged, traditions were blended, and healing practices were preserved. The ability to heal oneself and one's community was an act of resistance then, as it is an act of resistance now. Enslaved people were often denied access to formal medical care, and in many cases, the so-called quote-unquote care provided by enslavers was harmful or neglectful to begin with. This made self-reliance essential. So for many, peppermint tea was a simple yet effective remedy, one that could be secretly brewed and shared. It became a part of a larger tradition of herbal medicine that allowed enslaved communities to take their health into their own hands. Similarly, indigenous communities faced their own battles, disease brought by colonization, forced displacement, and violence against their people. Their knowledge of plant medicine was a means of survival, just as it was for enslaved Africans. By exchanging knowledge and supporting one another, these communities kept their traditions alive despite efforts by the whites to erase them. The knowledge shared between African and indigenous healers didn't disappear. It lives on in the way we use plants today. Many of the herbal remedies that have regained popularity, such as peppermint for digestion and elderberry for immunity and sage for purification, are deeply rooted in these same ancestral traditions. Today, Black herbalists and indigenous medicine practitioners are reclaiming and preserving these histories. They are teaching us to honor the plants, not just for their physical benefits, but for the stories and sacrifice that come with them. Peppermint is more than just a common herb. It is a symbol of survival, resilience, and the deep connections between the African and indigenous healing traditions. Every sip of peppermint tea carries the wisdom of those who came before us, those who relied on the land to heal and protect their communities. As we continue this journey through ancestral medicine, let's honor the healers who kept these traditions alive despite every obstacle placed in their way. Let's learn, reclaim, and pass down this knowledge, ensuring that it remains a vital part of our collective history. Thank you again so much for tuning in to the Medicine in Black series. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow as we explore another powerful remedy from our past. Until then, stay well, stay informed, and honor the wisdom of those who came before us.